looking pretty good. You're welcome.
I will usher. Is it time to?
I guess so. You know what the routine is. I guess so.
I'll let the rabbi do it.
By the bathrooms.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, my goodness. It's so nice to see everyone here. Thank you so much for coming tonight. This is a joyous occasion, and we really are so happy to welcome our new temple members here. And I hope many of you were here to share the wonderful dinner that we had. And now it's time for some Shabbat Eve worship. And let's get in the mood by singing a few songs together. Start off with the song Romamu, a song of praise to God. And I think you'll find words on page 427. It's not at the back of your Sidurs, but it's a prayer that appears periodically throughout the Siddur. So you'll find words, I think, on 427.
Everybody feel free to shake along with your shakers.
You have shakers, and we'll shake along and sing along as we go. Here we go. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu V'Takavu Le'Har Kocho. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu V'Takavu Le'Har Kocho. Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu. Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu V'Takavu Le'Har Kocho. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu V'Takavu Le'Har Kocho. Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu. Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu. Adonai Eloheinu V'Takavu Le'Har Kocho. Adonai Eloheinu V'Takavu Le'Har Kocho. V'Takavu Le'Har Kocho. V'Takavu Le'Har Kocho.
We're gonna move things along, so maybe one more upbeat.
One more upbeat song. Okay. We do.
Not that I'm telling you what to do or anything.
Oh, who did you say it was? All right, there's an upbeat song right there. How about Shir Kadash? Can you do that?
Sure.
Okay, this is a song called Shir Chadash, a new song is what that means. It's on page 648 in your Siddurs. And it also is sometimes known by the first couple of words, Shiru Ladonai, sing to God, sing to the Lord.
Good shaking.
Okay, sing along, please. I'm sorry, here we go. Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Kadash. Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Kadash. Sing unto God and we'll all sing along all the earth and sing song unto God. Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Kadash. I will sing a new song unto God.
Well, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. So wonderful to see all of you here. I'm so excited that this year our temple is welcoming 10 new member families into our congregation.
Yay.
By far the most we've had in recent memory, and with all kinds of new children who I'm so thrilled to see so many of you here. And so we try to get everybody involved in the service as much as possible, particularly the kids. So I'd like to invite all the kids to come on up and open the doors of the Ark and the Ark curtain. And everybody please rise in body or spirit.
Didn't have to ask them twice.
I already know what to do.
They're a step ahead of us.
I'm gonna pull on the string. Everybody's gonna put a kiss on your hand and put a kiss on one of the toes. You wanna do it too? Well, stay up here. Okay, all right, somebody else pull down the string to close the curtain. all of you can stay up here. Everybody else, please be seated. And I would like to invite Robin, who's conveniently already up here, to come on over and light the Shabbat candles for us this evening. And all the kids can stand around here. And I'd like to invite any of their parents to come on up, or any of our new member families to come up and stand with them as we light the Shabbat candles. Everybody squeezing over here.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kirshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen, 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 amen.
Thank you very much. You may go back to your seats. Thank you. And now that we've welcomed the light of Shabbat, or lighting the special Shabbat candles, we're going to continue with the welcoming of the Shabbat bride for the singing of L'cha Dodi, which you may find on pages 138 and 139. And get your shakers ready. And anybody who wants to stand at their seats and dance, they can do that too. Andy's going to do that.
Here we go. L'cha Dodi, לקראת כלה, בני שבת לקבלה. l'cha Dodi, לקראת כלה, בני שבת לקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, בשם ותפארת ולתהילה. l'cha Dodi, לקראת כלה, בני שבת לקבלה. l'cha Dodi, לקראת כלה, בני שבת לקבלה. Verse 5. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי מאורי קומי אורי. אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלי נגלה. l'cha Dodi, L'cha Kala, B'nei Shabbat, L'Kabbalah. Last verse. Boi v'shalom, Aterek ba'ala, Gam b'simcha, U'sahola, So emuneh, Am segula, Boi kala, Boi kala, L'cha Dodi, L'cha Kala.
Another verse, but that was the last verse.
Praise forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due now and forever.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamavorach. Baruch Adonai Hamavorach. Le'olam va'ed.
And now we'll continue with the Shema, the watchword of our Jewish faith, on pages 152 and 153.
Read together in English with me. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Blessed is God's glorious majesty, forever and ever. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. Please join me on page 154 as we chant together the V'ahavta. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech U'shachbecha u'kumecha u'kshartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu letotachot ben einecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha lema'an tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'lohechem ani Adonai Elohechem, Asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim, v'hiyot lachem le'Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Together, you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God, Adonai Elohechem Emeth. And now we're going to continue on page 158 with the singing of Mi Chamocha, the song the Israelites sang when they crossed the Red Sea to freedom from Pharaoh's grip. Get your shakers ready.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh. Torah Tehilot, Oseh Peleh, Torah Tehilot, Oseh Peleh, Adonai Yimlok Leolam Va'ed, Adonai Yimlok Leolam Va'ed. מלכותך ראו בניך, חוקי הים לפני משה ומרים, ואלי ענו ויאמרו, ואלי ענו ויאמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praise to you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. We'll continue on page 162 with the singing of the Shamru. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. Get those shakers ready again.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
And now we rise for the tefillah, the second section of our service, on page 164.
Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Sfatatika, Anananananana Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha, 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 Anananananana Adonai, Anananananana Sfatatika, Anananananana Ufi Yagi Tehilatecha. 166, and join me in the Avot. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu Be'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor V'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevii Geula Livnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo V'Yahava, Melech Ozer, U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Page 168. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechayei hakol atah Rav leHoshia, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, someh noflim berofei cholim, umatir asurim, Umkaye emunato lishenei afar michamocha ba'agivurot umidamela melech mimi umkaye umasmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman avtala hachayot ha'akol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayeh Hakol. Top of page 170. Atah Kadosh Shimcha Kadosh U'Kadoshim Chol Yom Yehallelucha Selah Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated. Now become a custom in our services since October 7th to read a special prayer for the state of Israel. I'm honored to have Donna do that for us this evening in Hebrew.
אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו, ברך את מדינת ישראל, ראשית צמיחת גבולתנו. הגן עליה בעברת חסדך, ופרוס עליה סוכת שלומך. ושלח אורך ואמתך לראשיה, שריה ויועציה, ותקנם בעצה טובה מלפניך. ונתת שלום בארץ, ושמחת עולם ליושביה. ונאמר אמן.
O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love, spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen. Now continue with Shalom Rav, another song for peace, which you may find on page 178.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Hamcha Tasi Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Hamcha Tasi Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Hamcha Tasi Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Hamcha Tasi Leolam. V'tov be'einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. תעשי לעולם. Shalom Ra Yisrael Amcha תעשי לעולם. תעשי לעולם. תעשי לעולם.
Now we continue with a special prayer for the welfare and return of Israel's captured and missing among our brothers and sisters. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rivka, Yaakov, Leah and Rachel, may God bless the captured and the many kidnapped citizens, men, women, and young children held in painful captivity in Gaza among them, along with all who are in captivity and distress. May it be your will, Adonai Tzvaot, God of hosts, to rescue and redeem these souls and return them swiftly to their families in the land of Israel. As it is written, God said, a cry is heard in Ramah, wailing, bitter weeping, Rachel weeping for her children. She refuses to be comforted. Now we continue with a Mishmera Get Well prayer on page 371. May the one who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal those who are ill. As I look across the room, you may say the names aloud or in your hearts of everybody you'd like us to remember who are suffering with any sort of physical or spiritual or mental disease.
Sharon Lippman, Hannah Butt, Frida Golda, Josh Balboni, Jim Davis, Janet Figueroa.
Shelley Lieberman. Katie Tangway.
James Flynn. Tamara Bellin, Cynthia Tallman.
Michelle Rubin.
Harold Zadowski.
Marjorie Cooperman. We also think of all those who are suffering in so many ways in the state of Israel right now, who have been injured themselves or had loved ones killed or injured. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for all of their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send all of them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.
מי שברך אבותינו מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. מי שברך אמותינו מקור הברכה לאבותינו. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
We'll pause for a brief moment of silent prayer. We now continue with the singing of L'cha Shalom, a song, another song for peace on the bottom of page 180. Get those shakers ready.
Ose Shalom Bimroma Uyase Shalom Aleinu V'al kol Yisrael כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומה הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ויעקב ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומה הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ויעקב ישראל ואמרו אמן.
Well, Shabbat Shalom again, everybody. Wonderful celebrating Shabbat with you. And now it's my pleasure and honor to invite up Robin Frisch, our both new member and new vice president of membership, who serves as a shining example for all of us, both new members and longtime members, for the second part of our presentation.
Thank you, Rabbi Abrams. Again, Shabbat Shalom. And
Shabbat Shalom, Robin.
as I mentioned, we'd like to give all of you an overview of what goes on here at Temple Shalom. Emeth. Officers of the temple, as well as committee members, are now going to come up one by one to give you each a brief idea of what their role is and how you might want to get involved. I'd like to start with a welcome from our president, Andy Veit. Andy?
Thank you, Robin. So as president, I think I have the easiest job. I mean, some people think, no, the president's the hardest job. But really, I have a wonderful board for which I provide some element of herding of the cats in the right direction, but they really do all their work on their own. Michael over there is being herded as a cat. But no, it's really, for me, I would like to share a little bit. I've only been a member of this congregation for about 5.5 years. I was very involved with the temple I belonged to in California before I moved here, and my rabbi introduced me to Rabbi Abramson and said, you have to go visit her and check out the services. And I just found a home here very, very quickly. And she found a hook into me, first as communications and social media chair, and then shortly thereafter she said, what do you think of becoming president? And I said, I don't think that's a great idea. I barely know people in this congregation. She said, oh, this is a great way to meet them. And then COVID hit, and there I was doing this remotely anyway, which turned out to be an okay way to do it. I think I have the longest commute of anyone. I was living in an apartment here in Burlington when I first joined, and when COVID hit, I moved down to Cape Cod, my summer place, and I'm down there full time now. So when you see me here, it's after an 85-mile drive, and I still make that commitment because I value this place, this space, this community, and these people so much. They really have been welcoming. So I encourage you, if you think, oh, I just got here, I can't be on a committee or be on the board. It's not true. You can be on the board right now. Just talk to me afterwards and I'll see you then. So with that, I'll turn it over to our next.
Okay. Thank you, Andy. We'll now hear from Jeff Dusbaum, our financial secretary. Jeff?
And just a note, we have a lot of people to go through today, so let's keep it quick.
Hi, Jeffrey Nussbaum, I'm the financial secretary, so I take care of sending out the bills for dues and for tuition and keeping track of people who have paid the building fund, and I also take care of financial aid. So if anybody has any problems, any issues, any concerns about payments to the temple, you can come and see me, and I'm sure we can work something out.
Thank you, Jeff. I'd like to now call up Phyllis Neufeld for Social Justice Committee.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm chair of the Social Justice Committee that we've had in this temple since 2016. And we started out working on immigration. We were a supporting temple for a church in Bedford who had a resident living there for 3 years. And in fact, there are some of us that still tutor her, even though she's not there anymore. We have worked on anti-Semitic issues. We have dealt with racial social justice and done trainings for the temple. We are currently working with Kalanu, which is from ADL, working on anti-Semitic issues and presentations that will be made to the temple. And we encourage anyone who is activist-minded and wants to participate to join us. We meet once a month on Zoom, so it's an easy commute. And we are probably the biggest committee in the temple right now. So we'd love to have you.
Thank you, Phyllis. I'd like to now call up Fran Bloomfield. He's going to talk about fundraising.
Get nervous.
She's not asking for money yet.
Hi, I'm Fran Bloomfield. I've been fundraising chair for a decade or two. Most of the fundraising that our committee does is temple community oriented. We have a coffee house at least once a year. There will be one probably in March, right Ben? And we have a yard sale. We make the high holiday gift bags and the Purim bags, which are given to all temple members, and a few other things. And we try to keep it fun while we ask for your donations, which we greatly appreciate. But it's never mandatory, and help is always appreciated. And if you have any questions, you'll see my email, Fran, in those wonderful announcements we get weekly, or just ask me at the honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Fran. I'd like to now call up Michael Singer to talk about brotherhood.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So, talking with the family today, we've been temple members 23 years now. I've been on the board for 22 of those years. So, there's some stick-to-itness. Brotherhood is a pretty loosely organized group. We have meetings every so often. Generally, it involves food at some local establishment. We try to help out the temple community whenever there's a need for help, like building the sukkah. We'll be helping out at the Hanukkah party in a couple of weeks. Jeff Nussbaum will be leading that effort, living the life. So just a quick show of hands. How many people are members of Brotherhood here? Wrong. All gentlemen in the temple community are members. You are all invited. This community works best when you show up. Show up, participate, possibly even have some fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. I'd like to now call up Shelley Lippman to talk about the security committee.
Shabbat Shalom, I'm Shelley Rosenbaum-Lippman. I have been on the security committee since we started it, which was right after the Tree of Life tragedy in Pittsburgh. We have greatly increased our security posture here. We figured out what we needed, figured out how to finance it, and we had everything taken care of. We are still trying to improve things. We also go to various trainings so that we learn how to be safe and how we can keep the temple safe. So this is something that we do. If you're interested, whether you're interested in being on the committee or if you're interested in some of the security training, that would be great. Just see me or see Andy Rittenberg after the service. Thank you.
Thank you, Shelley. I'd like to now call up Bill Jacobs to talk about ritual and religious and ritual cheer as well as sisterhood.
I'm just gonna say the same thing for sisterhood.
There you go.
I have a few notes because I didn't want to miss anything. But Val Jacobs, Chair of the Religious and Ritual Committee, and we have a really wonderful committee who stepped up in amazing ways this year when we had a couple bumps in the road for, and that's a nice description of bumps in the road during High Holy Day services, and they just all worked together without me doing anything because I had COVID. So it's a wonderful group of people that are dedicated to the temple and are, would love to have more people working with them. So R&R, Religious and Ritual Committee, plans the Shabbat services, all the Shabbat services with the guidance of the rabbi and all of the onegs. And Shelley has been doing a great job of reaching out to people to ask them to help sponsor an oneg. So if you get an email from Shelley at any point during the year asking for you to help sponsor an oneg, please consider doing that. And there are a few other events throughout the year that we help to support. And Phyllis mentioned Kalanu, and I attended a webinar, Kalanu webinar last night, and it was talking about anti-Semitism. And Rabbi David Wolpe, who is the rabbinic fellow for the Anti-Defamation League, ended his webinar saying the two things that he thinks that are the most important things that you can do to fight anti-Semitism are, one, join a synagogue, which it's so nice to see such a full room of new members and existing members. And then the second thing was to be part of the Jewish community, be involved, learn more, read more, and just be part of the community. So there's so many ways throughout the temple. There's our committee. There's so many other things that people can reach out and be part of our community, and that sort of feeds nicely into sisterhood. Michael said it beautifully, saying that, who's a member, but any woman that's in the temple is a member of sisterhood. And we've had not the most impressive number of events lately, but we are planning another event, a lunch or a dinner in January. And we'd love more ideas of different times. We did like a painting party someplace, and that was fun. We're open to any kind of ideas, but we'd just love you to join us in any capacity here at Temple Shalom Emeth.
Thank you. Thank you, Bill. I'd like to now call up Jen Snyder to talk about religious school.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. I'm Jen Snyder. I am co-chair of the Religious School Committee with Marissa Levo, and I've been co-chair for several years now, not as long as Fran. And I have to say, we have a wonderful director this year, Alicia McGee, and we have almost 35 students in this class year, so we are very excited about the religious school. And one exciting thing about the religious school is that they've all been renamed. So I don't know if everybody knows that the Aleph class is now called the Ones. The Bet is the Happy Hebrew Helpers. And the Gimel class are the Potatoes. So we have some very exciting new things that we are introducing in the Hebrew school class. And we've also reinitiated the Kiddush Club. And we're doing this to help have like an incentive for all the kids to come to services. So if they attend 10 services at the end of the year, they will get a schoolhouse gift certificate. So what is schoolhouse? Schoolhouse is, ice cream. So everybody is going to want yummy ice cream. So anyway,
Very good.
thank you. So And the other exciting thing is I welcome anybody to join us on the religious school committee. So please see me afterwards if you want to. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Jen. And then we'd like to have Meg Silver come up and talk about the cemetery committee. Thanks, Meg.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I'm Meg Silver. I'm chair of the cemetery committee. And the cemetery is located in Woburn on Washington Street, just south of Montvale Ave. And it's available, people are available to purchase plots there for, as long as you've been members here for, in good standing for 3 years. We're a small community, about once a year. And if anybody has any questions about it, feel free to come and ask me. Also, Ben's on the cemetery committee. That's the only person on the committee that's here tonight. But any other questions, feel free to talk to me.
Thanks, Meg.
Yeah, and Robin, I'll introduce Robin to talk for 1 minute about membership.
Hi, I know you all know me by now. And yes, membership, it's exciting. There's nothing more important than seeing this amazing congregation continue to grow with people who are excited, who want and need to be part of a community, to see our children growing up together. So please, I've got a lot of ideas about how we can get current members involved and hopefully entice new members to want to come and check us out as well. All kinds of events and things to do, so please let me know. I'll put my email in the next announcements if you'd like to be on the committee. We've got a lot to do and it'll be a lot of fun doing it. Thank you.
So we tried to rush through that as quickly as possible because we've got so much to do, but there are some other board members here we didn't invite to come up because they don't have committees that deal with specific things, but Sheila Haron, she's a member at large, and we've got Jeremy Kasanoff, our first vice president, and Hal Torman, our temple treasurer, and anybody else who I missed? Okay, so hopefully you have a little bit of an idea what we're all about, what we do, and Heidi Mover, member at large. Raise your hand. She's the one who brought the delicious gluten-free quesadillas. Well, I'm getting to that, and I saved the best for last because Phyllis, would you rise, please? Phyllis Furlow is our temple matriarch. Everybody should know Phyllis. What?
53 years I've been hanging.
She's been a member at the temple for 53 years, and she plays the keyboard in the temple band, and she's all around go-to person about the temple history or anything you want to know about the temple. So mazel tov on having that esteemed food. Thank you. So now I want to turn the tables, and I'm going to invite each new member family to come up and just say 1 or 2 words about who you are. So the Kessler family, and if you have a child in the family, maybe your child wants to introduce you. Come on up.
Can you say our names?
You want to say it?
Go ahead.
My name is Phoebe. My dad's name Aaron, and my mom's name is Paul, and we live in Burlington.
All right, welcome. That was great. I'll just stay up here for a moment. And I'm gonna skip down to the we'll go to Shalva and Chaim Clement. Do you want to come on up and just say 2 words? Just say your names and where you live, and that's it.
Hi, Shabbat Shalom. I am Shalva, and this is Chaim.
And I am Chaim.
And we live in Burlington. We are from Israel. quite a while here. And we are really excited to join and looking forward to integrate and in every way possible. And thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And I think they get the award for coming to the most services so far. They've come every single week since they've joined. Robin and Gary Frisch, you know them, but come on up anyway, if that's okay. Now, I wanted to say that Robin is a past president of Temple Emmanuel of the Merrimack Valley, which closed this past year. And I've been working on her for years to get here, and she comes with a lot of experience, so. Oh, and also Ava.
Yeah, we're a package deal. We're very glad to be here. We live in Lowell. I'll let my husband say hello. We couldn't be more thrilled. I've known Rabbi Amundsen for years, and this is just wonderful. It's meant the world to us.
Hello, my name is Gary Frisch, and we're very happy to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you. You want me to stay there?
Yeah, okay. The McGee family could not be here this evening, the Shaburla family. Come on up.
Hello everyone, yeah, so I'm Dennis. Yana. Yoni and Amelia. Yeah, they're from Bedford and also originally from Israel and before that from Soviet Union.
Welcome. And Yoni is a member of that famous potato class. So Donna and Yogev Rabel, come on up. Barak, I think during L'cha Dodi, met every single person in the room.
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, do you want to introduce us?
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Dana. This is Barak. These are Yogev and Elon. Barak was very upset to not be the first one because, as you could tell, he loves the stage. We live in Burlington. We moved here from Israel about 7 years ago. Elon was born in Israel and Barak was born here. And if you were to tell me before moving to the U.S. that I would be a member of a temple, I would have laughed because in Israel you can only be Jewish in the one way, and that way didn't work for me. And as a 12-year-old, I had fantasized about doing Aliyah Torah, about having bat mitzvah, and that didn't really happen because again there was no Reformed temples available. So maybe when my son does his bar mitzvah, I will get to do mine. So excited to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. The Hermans had to leave early, but Rebecca and Eli Herman and the daughter Ismay, and I'm sure if they were here, Ismay would have definitely introduced the family. They are from North Reading. Right? Okay. And Art Pizer, our newest new member, and his wife Faye, who couldn't be here this evening.
Hi, I'm Art Pizer, one half of Arthur and Faye Pizer. She's working tonight, she works nights, but every once in a while she gets a Friday off and invariably she'll make an effort to be here with me when she does get a night off. I moved to Billerica back in 1986, but like the Frisches, we were recently members of Tembe Lowell and moved over to this temple when sadly Tembe had to close. But I am not entirely a stranger to this temple. I was associated with it when I moved here in 1986 from another state, mostly for an adult social singles group and occasional high holiday services. So this is not my first association with the temple, so in essence, as I said at a service a couple weeks ago, it's sort of a coming home for me. And I did meet my wife, Faye, although we didn't get married till many years later. I do remember meeting my wife, Faye, at one of those social events back in the late 1980s, most likely at this temple.
And then we have Brina and Ken Gordon. Ken Gordon is our state rep. They aren't here because Ken said he feels like he's been a member of the temple for many years already, so he doesn't feel like he's new. But just this year, I got them to actually become official members. So I'd like everybody to come over and stand in front of the ark so I could say a special blessing for you, all the new members. I wish you all wonderful, long, and healthy relationships with our congregation. And so many of you have already become involved in different ways. And so I think not only are you our largest group of new members, but you're probably going to end up being one of our most active group of new members. So I just want to say this special blessing over you. Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you as members of our holy congregation. Ye'er Adonai paravelecha v'yichanecha. May God's light shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai paravelecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's presence ever be with you, and may God grant you peace and help us all to be a congregation of peace. Amen. Amen. And now we're going to sing a song of celebration. Siman Tov.
Siman Tov.
Mazel Tov. Everybody clap along.
Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, 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 Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov.
Please rise and we'll continue on page 586.
Aleinu lishabeach la'adon ha'kol, לתת גדולה ליוצר ראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Mazel tov, everybody.
Thank
Guys,
you.
go back to your seats. You're official. Please be seated.
Please turn to page 588 and join me in the singing of Shehu Noteh Shamayim.
Shehu Noteh Shamayim v'yoser haaretz, u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim mima'al, u'shchinatu zo, v'gavhei meromim, hu Eloheinu ein od. Emeth Malkeinu, Efes Zulato, Kakato, V'Torato, V'yadata Hayom, V'Hashivota, Elevavecha, Ki Adonai, Hu HaElohim, B'Shamayim Mima'al, V'Haaretz, מתחת אין עוד.
Page 591. Please join me in our contemporary version of B'nai Amar and Bayom Hahu.
With your shakers.
With your shakers.
ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. היום ההוא יהיה אדוני, אחד ושמו אחד.
ונאמר,
והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. היום ההוא יהיה אדוני, אחד ושמו אחד. היום ההוא יהיה אדוני, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני, אחד ושמו אחד.
ונאמר,
והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. היום ההוא יהיה אדוני, אחד ושמו אחד. אחד ושמו אחד, אחד ושמו אחד.
Now we're going to put the shakers away for a moment as we continue with the introduction to the Kaddish prayer for those who have died on page 599. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at the season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. Recall those whose yahrzeits or anniversary of whose deaths occur this week: Joyce Brisbois, Beth Friedman, Ann Grossman, Mildred Lookner, Robert Schwartz. We also add to their names the names of the 1,400 Israelis who were murdered on October 7th, and we add to their names the names of those who died in defense of the state of Israel, and those thousands of Palestinians whose names we will never know, who are innocent victims caught in the crossfire. And at this time, if there are names of any others you'd like us to keep in our hearts and our minds as we prepare to recite the Kaddish, you may say their names aloud as I look across the room.
Stephen Lutchak.
Cosmo Cavicchio.
Zichronam livracha, may all of their memories be for a blessing. We turn to page 598 and rise in body or spirit to recite the Kaddish prayer. Yitgadal, Yitgadash, Shmei Rabbah, B'yamah divrach Pirutei, B'yamlich malchutei, B'chayei chon, B'yomei chon, B'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala, V'zman kari, V'imru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevarach L'olam Almei Almaya, Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar V'yitalev V'yitalal Shmei D'Kudashah B'richu, Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tushbechata V'nechemata, Da'amiran B'yamah V'imru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabbah Min Shmaya, V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'rama, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to our country, to Israel, to all Israel and all the world, as we say together. Amen. Please be seated. I'd like to invite Andy Fight over to give us a brief version of the announcements.
Very brief version of the announcements, but we do have a lot going on. On Sunday, there is a lunch being hosted by the Islamic Center. For those of you who were able to see the recent video with the rabbi and the imam from the Islamic Center, I think there is no time more important than right now at a local community for us to be establishing those relationships and showing support each for each other. And so at 1:30 on Sunday, there's a lunch. If people, can they still sign up, or is it too late?
Well, they can let me know.
They can, if you let the rabbi know, we can still have some additional names, but the RSVPs were were due yesterday, I think. Monday evening, there's an interfaith Thanksgiving service, which will be, the music for that service will be led by Ben Silver and with Phyllis and Fran and myself and Michelle. There'll be a bunch of our band. It will be oh, and Anna. Well, you didn't come to rehearsal, Anna. So
She had good reasons.
she had good reasons. Okay, but Anna, yes, we need that soprano. But anyway, come hear us, but also be part of that interfaith. The solidarity of a community right now is just so important. It's being held right next door, so you could even park here and walk, although there's plenty of parking at the UCC church. There's the first meeting of the brand new well-being group on December 7th. And for those of you looking for a connection with other people, trying to build mindfulness and just personal well-being, it's a group that's going to be getting together. Not clear yet how often, but they'll figure that out. This is the very first meeting of that group. If you'd like to be a part of it, check out the announcements. And then the last thing we have coming up, it's on December 10th, our Hanukkah party. So all the kids, we want to see you back here on December 10th. From 10:30 to noon, there'll be all kinds of fun games and yummy food and snacks and a little bit of Hanukkah prayer. We got to get some of that in there too. But December 10th, and we'll hopefully see you back here then. That's it.
Thanks, Andy.
Good job. So I wanted to thank the temple board for coming to the dinner and providing the food for the dinner, which I kept getting rave reviews about. The board should definitely do that more often. Or else just bring it directly to my house. And I wanted to thank all the new members for being here, and I wanted to thank especially Robin for just doing an incredible job this evening. It's like I just felt like I was on vacation. Like not only did you create this entire wonderful evening, but I had pretty much nothing to do with it. It was all you, and it's just incredible what you accomplished this evening. So welcome to you and to everybody. And after the service, we have a great Onik Shabbat. Everybody from the board brought something for dessert as well. So we can't wait to dig in there. And I know Mindy brought me gluten-free chocolate chip brownie muffins. And it's great to see you all here. And anybody coming to the Islamic Center on Sunday, just very quickly, women have to have their head covered, just like wear a shawl of any sort. Everybody takes their shoes off at the door. Finally, the men and the women are separated. So the men will be in one room. They'll start off with a prayer, and then they'll end up with eating a really, really nice meal. That they have a full-time cook at the Islamic Center, which we should definitely add to the budget here. But just so you know what's going to be happening on Sunday, but I can't wait. I love being down there. I drive around with a hijab in my car, just in case I end up in an Islamic Center somewhere. But anyway, thank you all for making this evening so joyous. I know I really needed to find some joy, and you provided it. You all provided it. Thank you, Barak, in particular, for providing that. All right, we'll move right along with the Kiddush. I'd like to invite Jeremy, come on up and lead us on the Kiddush, and Hal, since the two of you didn't have a chance. Speech. Please rise in body or spirit. Page 122 and 123. And we'll do the short version of the Kiddush, since I'm sure the service is running very long.
Heaven.
Yeah.
The heaven and the earth were finished in all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing, and God ceased on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy. because on it God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen.
L'chaim. Is it a good week?
Yeah, good week. Yes, good week. Yeah.
Now I'd like to invite all the children, we do this every week, to come on up and hold the challah. And Jeff Nussbaum made the challah for us this evening, and then also the challah for the Oneg Shabbat that we're going to enjoy.
Oh,
It's a heavy one because it's really big.
oh, it's not too good.
Sing. Motzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Great job, everybody. I want you to go over and close the doors of the ark. You gotta uncover it and see. Whoa, look at that.
That's so big!
That's so big! Wow. Please be seated, and we're gonna have a lively closing song.
Lively closing song indeed. Please join me in the singing of Hebenu Shalom Aleichem. I think the words are on page 644. They're very simple. We have little Hine Matov words in the middle. I think you'll find it on page 644.
And shake along, and if anybody wants to dance along too, that's great.
Oh my goodness. Shake along, everybody, and sing along. Hebenu Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Hebenu Shalom, Hebenu Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Hebenu Shalom. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hebenu Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Hebenu Shalom, Hebenu Shalom Aleichem, Aleichem Hebenu, Aleichem Hebenu, Aleichem Hebenu Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.